Thank you, Mr Riley. I now call Ruth Maguire to be followed by Sue Webber. Ms Maguire.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Physiotherapists play a really valuable role in improving the health and wellbeing of people across Scotland, and physiotherapy is essential in preventing hospital admissions, speeding up discharge and supporting people to live independently. And these things in turn both improve the lives of individuals, but also help the healthcare system run efficiently and effectively. I congratulate Alec Rowley on securing cross-party support and bringing this debate on physiotherapy workforce shortage in Scotland to the chamber of our Scottish Parliament. I take very seriously the real-life experience of physiotherapists and the impact on their patients laid out in his speech. The Chartered Society of Physiotherapy's campaign, Scotland Needs More Physios, speaks to the need to expand the supply of physiotherapists to the NHS in Scotland. Whilst acknowledging the very clear challenges laid out by Alec Rowley, and always mindful that for someone waiting for treatment, or indeed for practices or teams of staff under pressure unable to recruit, contexts are different, I do think it's helpful in this place to acknowledge the work that the Scottish Government is taking forward and some of the investment that's being made. The number of physiotherapists working in our NHS has increased by 29% over the last 10 years, and the Scottish Government has significantly expanded the primary care multidisciplinary team workforce. The support of these teams is done through an investment of £190 million in the Primary Care Improvement Fund. And so far, 144 students have been funded towards meeting the Scottish Government's target to create 225 more MSK practitioners to increase the physiotherapy workforce. I think it's probably important to also note that while training places may be higher in England, frontline health spending in Scotland per head remains and has consistently been more than in England, against what is undoubtedly a challenging economic and financial context. In terms of training and development for physiotherapists, I'm very interested in apprenticeships and other earn-as-you-learn pathways. I think in the context of shortages of the workforce, these open up career progression to those who are unable to attend university, be that through geography. We've certainly heard about that in the Health Committee's inquiry into rural healthcare, or indeed for older folk looking for a change of career. Maybe family commitments mean they can't attend university full-time. At the beginning, Presiding Officer, I mentioned the context for those waiting for treatment, and I don't want to lose sight of that. There are also many who won't know about how treatment could assist them. Reflecting before this debate on the number of settings and treatments physiotherapists provide, I thought about women's health and chamber. Forgive me, hopefully this is not too much information. Physiotherapy for women's health can be life-changing and prevent really debilitating problems and conditions that can have a huge impact on well-being and quality of life. I first experienced physio after the birth of my first child, which was only 27 years ago, and it was actually just a 27. It was actually just a 10-minute chat where she explained physiology and told me about some exercise and gave me strict instructions to do them every time my hands were wet. And you wash your hands a lot when you have a newborn baby. So that knowledge I took forward 25 years later and used in my own recovery after cancer treatment. I believe it really helped stave off some of the potentially worse side effects of that treatment. Now, that side of things wasn't discussed in treatment discussions that I had with clinicians, and I actually think it should have been. Now, whether that was down to shortages of physiotherapists, or perhaps because teams treating folk with cancer are rightly laser focused on doing just that. But bearing in mind the challenges and shortages that have been highlighted, and understanding that where services are strained, priorities shift, I would be interested in hearing from the Minister what we can do to ensure that women's health is considered a priority, and particularly the importance of physiotherapy within that. Presiding Officer.